Okay, let's talk today about things that are on our heart. Like they're weighing on us because we want something different. And there is one very important step that you can take to get started towards that change. And it's super scary, but I want to talk about it today. I am Stacy Rocklein, and I work with people who know that loving themselves is the key that will unlock the door to being able to love other people more fully and be able to receive the love they want in their lives. So sometimes we want something that's very scary to want. It's different than what we have in our lives. It's going to disrupt something. It can be that you are unhappy in a job, a situation, a marriage, a relationship, and you want to pick something different. You can feel it in your gut. You know that's the right thing, but we hesitate. And we hesitate at the very most important step, and that is to declare it. And we can feel it like a weight when it's just there. We know that we want it, but we haven't actually said out loud that we want that. And that takes so much bravery to be able to stand up to ourselves and the people in our lives and say, hey, you know what? I want this change. People are gonna argue with us, go against us on it. It might directly affect them and their well-being and their life. And so there could be a lot of kicking and screaming. And so we worry about that, and then we don't take that step to say, hey, I want this. Now, first you have to give yourself permission internally, right, to want that. You have to give yourself permission to go follow something that is different, is new, could be a disruptor. Then you have to declare it out loud. So I'll tell you a story about how this happened to me. I had just had my first child, and I was teaching algebra and other classes, teaching math, junior high math, and I was home for the beginning of the school year. It had only been a couple weeks into the school year that I ended up having him, and my plan was to take off the whole first section of the year and then to return to work after the Christmas break. And as those months that I was home with him went on, I knew beyond a shadow of a doubt that I wanted to continue to stay home with him. Like, I wanted it bad. I could feel how right it was for me. But I had only been at the school for a year. This was a new position. We were living in Boulder, Colorado, which is a magical place to live, but it's not an inexpensive place to live. And if I wasn't going to go back to work, there was absolutely zero way that we would be able to sustain our life. Like, my husband was postdocing at CU, and his salary was essentially going to cover our rent and our health insurance if I didn't go back. It was very scary to even think the thought of not going back. It was scary to give myself permission, and it was scary to just say out loud, hey, I don't think I can do it. I think I want something different. But here's what happens when you do that. As soon as you set that intention for something that is in your heart, it's coming from your heart, the universe wants you to have it. And when you start to just say, I'm gonna choose this path, things will open up for you. Things will make it work. And that's exactly what happened for me. I ended up picking up a couple other positions that filled in the gap and allowed me to be home with him. And it all worked out, and I could see the other possibilities, and I could see outside the box, because I was no longer stuck to, it has to be this way, it has to be this way. I was courageous enough to say, I want it different. And it is really hard to do, but I will tell you that there are people out there, and maybe you, who are in a relationship right now and they're saying, I don't want to be in this relationship anymore. Or they're in a job and they're saying, I want to go do this something else. There are so many people who have the desire to live a different life, and what you need to do is take that first courageous step to declare it. Well, you first have to give yourself permission that it's okay to want it, and then you got to declare it out loud to one person. As soon as you say it out loud, it's like it sets things in motion. So this is what I would invite you to do today. If you've got something in your heart that you know you want to be different, just tell one person. Just say it out loud to one person. Send me an email. You can send me an email to stacy@stacyrocklein.com and declare it to me. Once you do that, you set your intention in motion. And if it comes from your heart, the universe will answer for you. That's what I want to share with you today. And I want to just applaud all of your courageous moves in the past, because I know that you've declared something before and made that happen. And you can do it this time too. And you have my loving support. So go declare your intention for something different if it's in your heart and you know it's there and it's weighing on you because you haven't let it out. I want to hear from you. Have a brilliant day, and I'll see you next time. Mwah.